Nope, this is not an old video. Let's just say it's been one challenging, transformative, but healing summer of 2020. It's me! There's a lot that needs to be said, and even if it's not necessarily what I wanted to say at this point in my journey, it's still my story, and I want to be the one to tell it. Hello, my beautiful YouTube fam. I know it's been forever, and that video that you just watched was what I posted on social media, mostly Instagram and Facebook, when I came back in September to announce everything that had happened during my hiatus when I took a big break as of May. So I had not been active on social media for about 4 months, therefore the entire summer, and it was a great break, but there were reasons behind it, and I encountered a little hump in the road, I'd like to call it. But I definitely wanted to create this YouTube video because I realized I never updated you guys on YouTube. But if you're also following me on social media, I gave the entire update of what happened every month, especially on Instagram and my Facebook page, because I don't know, that's how I felt called to do it. It was also, I love to write, and blogging on Nalie.ca, which is what I used to do before Instagram existed, takes a lot of effort and time. So instead, you know, a long caption does the job quite well. But I chose to divulge the journey that happened since May 2020, amongst all the craziness that happened in 2020. I found out that I had a lot of people are saying recurrence, but it's not a recurrence because, as you know, I've been living with metastatic breast cancer in the lungs, but found out on May 20th, 2020, crazy, 2020, that crazy portal. I believe that has its own meaning, but I'll get into that another day. I found out that the cancer spread to my brain. And so I had to immediately undergo whole brain radiation, which was a journey and a challenge on its own. And I didn't have the energy nor the will to share that immediately for several reasons. For one, I was exhausted. I couldn't even be on my phone because the screen was hurting my head, and also I really wanted to take that time to focus on nothing else than my healing, to eliminate the noise around me of other people's worry, because deep down inside, the moment I found out, I knew I was going to be okay. And I just have that faith, and I just have that feeling deep down inside that I couldn't allow it to be shattered or influenced by other people's fear. And also, I love my community so much. I didn't want to put that fear on them, nor did I feel like I could handle that responsibility of also making them feel better and reassuring them and proving to them that I'm going to be okay, because I often do that, because I often know that you guys worry about me. So I felt like I didn't want to have that burden of everyone's fear and worries. So I preferred to go through it privately, which I managed to do all summer. And I must say, it was very freeing to have all that time off my devices and literally enjoying summer of 2020. And because of COVID, that was a very simple summer. I spent most of it outside, walking Neo, going for walks with V at the park, spending a lot of time with my family and my close friends who all knew what I was going through, but especially sleeping. I spent a lot of time recovering and learning to be kind to myself during the times that I was so mad that my body was failing me and that I couldn't move, and that I was bedridden. And so I also obviously stopped the podcast and put a pause on book editing and launching, which you all know is something we've been working on for 3 years, the Thriver's Guide. And I felt so guilty to have to put that project on pause, but I knew it was necessary, and that's all it is. It's just a pause, and it's added chapters to my story and my journey. So that's why Thriver Talks, our podcast, literally just stopped. And I know, and I'm so sorry I never got back to many of you, that a lot of you were looking forward to our weekly episodes, and suddenly we stopped posting. But we'll be back to that soon. I don't know when, whenever it feels right, but I have to admit we stopped because I started radiation, whole brain radiation therapy, literally the next day after finding out that it spread to the brain. And I will definitely give you guys an update on all that eventually. But the point of making this video is just to let you know what has happened or what is happening. So I had to, unfortunately, by the way, I lost my hair not because of chemotherapy, but because of whole brain radiation, which I didn't even know. You lose your hair from that, I guess, because I never had to think about it. But I have restarted chemotherapy, and I've been doing Taxol once a week, 3 weeks on, 1 week off. And I started 2 cycles ago. So I just completed my 2nd cycle last week, and I'm currently on my week off. And it's been going well, because while my brain meds actually have showed regression, and results show that there's barely any spots left, which is great news. And I'm so thankful, and I celebrated that news. But then I found out that my lungs showed progression, as well as my liver. So I had to undergo Taxol again, because I've done it in the past in 2014. That's why I say it again. And that's been a journey on its own, but I feel like I'm tolerating it a lot better than I had tolerated Xeloda and Verzenio. And so yes, it sucks to be hooked up on the chemo chair once a week every Friday, but I don't have as many side effects, strangely. And it seems to be working, because my blood test results are good, my tumor markers went down. I had a cough, which is why we knew that it was important to start treatment, and the cough has subsided, and I am no longer short of breath and all of that. So we're headed in the right direction. And again, it's one treatment at a time, one scan at a time. My next scan is November 24th, so in 2 weeks, and we'll take it from there, and I'll know more from there. And I guess the reason why I'm recording this video is because tomorrow is my birthday, and I have this tradition. If you've been following me for a long time, I record my big birthday rants, where I reflect on the last year and the lessons that I've learned in the last year. And I just rant because, you know, it's my birthday, I could say what I want to. So I wanted to record that right after this and post it tomorrow, November 7th, when I'm turning 32. But I didn't want to just like hop on YouTube and then suddenly you guys are like, what's going on, Nalie? How come your hair is shaved again? And where have you been? I know you probably have so many questions, so much concern, but I must reassure you that I'm on the right path, and I feel good, and I'm still confident that I'm gonna be okay. And that might sound crazy after what I just announced to you, but that feeling I did lose it. I did lose that light when I found out it had spread to the brain, and you know, it was really rough. I'd be lying if I were to tell you that it was an easy breeze because I'm Nalie and I'm so positive, blah, blah, blah. No, it was the worst summer of my entire life, and I will say more about that in the birthday rant, actually. But it was really hard. It was really tough. But nevertheless, I still feel like I'm gonna be okay. And I need you, my YouTube family watching this, to believe in me as much as I believe in myself. If you want to know more, I have been writing in great detail what has been happening, especially my thoughts, but I also update on treatment, mostly on Instagram. It's just so easy. It's instant. It's like I don't have to edit. I don't have to, you know, do the back end of my blog and all that. So I've been using Instagram religiously to update you guys daily even. So do follow me at Nalie Augustin, and then slowly I'll start getting back into my YouTube channel and my blog. I am so grateful for your support, and yeah, I'm not going anywhere. All right.